How did you learn to do it safely?
Uh, yeah, little by little. I mean, I had a quick progression through the sport, although I did do it at the time by the book. I went skydiving. I racked up enough skydives. I did a base course. I hooked up with people in the area that knew what they were doing. But to really answer that question, the answer is I made a series of small mistakes that I learned from, right? And none of those small mistakes compounded into a huge mistake that cost me my life. So by making these small mistakes, I could see the consequences of a larger mistake, and I could also learn from these small mistakes and yeah, exactly, prevent a lot of that stuff from happening in the future.
What was your first jump like? Like, where was it?
First jump, the first base jump was in Twin Falls, Idaho, with Apex Base. My teachers were Jimmy and Marta, and if you're a base jumper, you know them. Yep.
You know me.
They're a famous couple. They're great. That was the first jump was in Twin Falls, Idaho, off of the Perrine Bridge, and it was snowing.
Wow, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
it was great.
Something often mentioned at this festival is indomitable spirit. How do you think your film represents indomitable spirit?
Ooh, indomitable spirit. That's a pretty lofty word.
I said that right even, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I can answer that question. That one's, I mean, our piece, yeah. I know. Unconquerable spirit is a pretty heavy one to live up to. I mean, at the root of it, our story is a simple story about two friends who made a life together in extreme sports and trusted each other with their lives. So if that answers some kind of question about indomitable spirit, it might. I'm not sure.
Cool. Okay, one more.
Okay.
As you know, one of the symbols for the Telluride Mountain Film Festival is a prayer flag. If you could put anything on your prayer flag, what would you put? Another tricky one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. How long do I have to think about that one?
However long.
Can you give me an example?
Well, so the girl yesterday we interviewed, she said her tattoos and she explained them to us. Or maybe like a few. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first tattoo I got was on the bottoms of my feet. They're tattoos of diamonds. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Paul Simon. Might have been before your time. Paul Simon.
Little, maybe.
Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. So there's a phrase in one of his songs. It's called, you can ask one of your teachers about it. He says diamonds, she has diamonds on the soles of her shoes. And what that is a reference to is that she has money to burn, because if you're having diamonds on the soles of her shoes where no one's going to see them, that's a waste of money, right? So I have tattooed diamonds on the soles of my shoes, which are my bare feet, which is kind of a statement that we're all rich. We all have all these beautiful people around, and we have social wealth because we're able to engage with them and walk around barefoot because we don't need much, right? So when you think about it, like all of us are walking around with diamonds. You just have to open your eyes to it.
Must have hurt on the bottom of your feet.
Yeah.
Did it hurt? Did it hurt more than?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It
was pretty
really
bad.
bad?
Yeah, but it's totally worth it.
Well,
It's totally
I would
worth
think
it.
maybe because there's it's like tougher skin. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Well, when you guys turn 18, you can try it out.
Yeah, awesome, cool. Will do.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
You're welcome.
Nice talking to you.
To keep your integrity, because it sells for so little these days. You see people misreporting things, they don't care, they're just like pushing out whatever story is going to sell the most. Magazines get the most hits, they have no respect for words. Be very careful with that.
Yeah. So it's nice now that like when we're this age, because we like last year with this program I went to DC for a week and San Francisco for a week, and we were interviewing politicians and like huge figures in business and government, and it's nice when we're like kids because we're all like, we can be like cute, make mistakes, or like ask questions that like, you know, maybe if an adult asks would like seem disrespectful. So it's like we can kind of get away with it now with it still being like fun and like easy and stuff, but I can definitely see how it gets like more challenging in the future for sure.
I don't know. It's fun now. Yeah, it's fun now.
It can always be fun.
Yeah.
Just tell the stories, but tell them honestly.
Thank you. Advice.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you guys.